Hey world! Alright, let's do something not serious at all. Not that I do serious things usually, but I was taking apart my son's truck for a little father and son project, which is that beautiful assembly of LEDs and resistors for his truck. A little funny story about this truck. I bought that for him a couple of months ago. It was a toy. It was actually a pretty cool toy that had the sound and the lights and the trailer that can be operated with those two pins over there from the remote control, and the trailer can lift himself up, put itself down. So that's pretty cool. But of course, it was not proportional steering. And after just a few days playing with it, couldn't turn left. You know how it is with toys. But I still liked it. My son still liked it. I like the scale of it. I think it fits really well with what I do with the track. It's a great little toy to have as well, to deliver. Just, get the son involved. He's 5 years old. He's not going to race the cars around the track, but he can drive that. So I've modified the truck in order to use one of those cheapy... it's supposed to be a free channel radio, which is very disappointing. I'll show you why it is. But there is no third channel switch anywhere. However, I switched to that, so I have the receiver here, which is basically an old FlySky receiver with the pins turned to the side. That is supposed to be for mini cars. It's 110 with all those 110 plugs over there. I have my regular brushed ESC that I've mounted where here the motor used to be for the steering, and that is controlling the stock rear end. So this is a straight axle, no diff at the back. It is fairly slow, as you probably seen on the video, but I think it's really perfect for a 5-year-old. It doesn't need to go quicker than that. He can actually maneuver the truck and race around the track, blasting the throttle and not get himself flying through the obstacle. And so it's sufficient. What was not cool at all was the steering, first of all, because it was broken. So what I did is I used one of my mini servo. I've removed everything from the front. I have kept the steering rack that was in there. I just poked a hole in there, and then I just mounted a little link between the two. So now I have proportional steering. It steers as much as it can steer, which is not a lot, but once again, it's plenty enough for the track and the speed, so that means you can steer it at full speed. And I didn't change anything in the battery trays, just that now I'm using my 2S LiPos. And so once I'd done the conversion with the electronics, I just plugged the the cards over there, the boards over there, and plugged the battery. And of course, everything that was inside the cab just blew, because it was a 6-volt system, and the Mimi put a 7.4 volt. So all the LEDs broke, the sound cards stopped working, and so my son was just left with the truck driving around, but no more cool sound and so on. So we did that little tiny bitty project today, which is simply just plugging 2 LEDs for the front, 2 LEDs for the rear. The little resistors, they're not going to be able to be plugged into the RC car using the receiver on the third channel. I had hoped to use the third channel to reintroduce the rear end activation, but it does not work. Oh yeah, I kept the on-off switch plugged, so now we have the lights. I'm going to fit them back into the cab later today, and then we're going to be ready for some night driving with the car. So as you can see, this to activate the rear, all it needs really is just a two-way switch that could be just plugged with the servo over there, and have a third channel on the remote. Sadly, those remotes, they don't. The third channel, you have a putter here to set it up, but it doesn't do anything whatsoever. So sadly, it's not working. Yet to find a solution for that. But in the meantime, I'm just going to fit back the LEDs into the cab, put the cab back on with the 4 screws, and here you go. I'm not planning to change anything else on the truck. I don't want it to go quicker. I don't think it's a good idea. It has no suspensions whatsoever. and at top speed and full lock you can flip it with not much talent. So it's gonna stay like that. I think this is a cool little project to do. It's not related to anything competitive or buddy or really serious RC building, but I thought if you guys as well have a son at home and he's got a toy and you want him to enjoy the RC hobby with you, a little bit of soldering, do it with 4 hands, changing the car around, doing little mechanics with the little hands is always a cool thing to do for kids. So that's all just for now. I just wanted to share this thing. I'm now gonna drink my black Pepsi Max and get fat. All right, I'll see you everybody. Stay safe. Bye bye.